Good afternoon. Fast Eddie goes to the Philippines. This is one of those videos where I get a question from somebody and then I decide to elaborate. I was actually getting my teeth cleaned for the last time at the dentist I've been going to for over 20 years. And the hygienist asked me, well, what are you going to do with your days in the Philippines? I mean, what are you going to do all day? And so the answer is, I got a lot to do. Uh, I'm retired, so I don't have to work. And my wife has two restaurants. She's a co-owner of two restaurants in Panglao out in Dallas, and she's going to be involved with that. She also has a couple side hustles she's going to be working on, so she's going to have that to do. I don't plan on helping out there, although I can because I have a 13A visa, permanent resident visa, which allows me to work if I needed to, and I can help out there if need be. Part of it is my son is going to start working there. It's going to be his first real job, and I'm going to make sure that he learns how to work, and there's no special privileges given to him just because he's the owner's son, and he's going to work. So I'm going to make sure that happens. That's probably my first priority. Second priority is we're building our house there. We have our property we want to develop. Uh, and we are the contractors, so that's going to be keep me busy for quite a while. I think when I initially get there, I've got to make sure we have the supplies on hand. Keep the money flowing, keep the workers paid. Snacks, got to have snacks, and just kind of keeping that whole thing going. And learning. I mean, the construction process is much different there than it is here. There's a language barrier. There's a metric system. So all sorts of things that's just going to be, I think, going to be it's going to be a steep learning curve for me, and it's definitely going to keep me busy. The other thing is I want to do some touring, road touring with my motorcycle. I've had a motorcycle here in the States for 10 years. Didn't get a lot of touring in just because we had other things going on, and Lolita does not like riding on the motorcycle per se. She much prefers riding in a car. Kind of the irony there that she grew up in the Philippines and all they had were motorcycles. But anyways, people change, life changes. I would like to get not a big motorcycle, maybe in the 500 cc's, and do some touring, getting on the ferries and going to different islands, and just riding around and seeing things. I actually bought a camera, should be here today, that I can mount to the motorcycle, and it's waterproof, and be able to video some of my travels. And so that's something I want to do. And that might happen in the first couple months. I got to buy a car first, or a truck. And so Lolita has a way to get around, and we have a way to haul supplies and stuff. So the truck will come first, then the motorcycle. But that's something else I want to do. I want to do some traveling. I also want to travel to Europe as well as to Asia. And so, see some of the islands in the Philippines, 7,000 islands, and I've only been to about 10 of them. So I got a whole lot more to see before I go. The other thing, Smile Train. This is a nonprofit organization that is throughout the world that provides no-cost surgeries to kids, anybody, kids, adults with cleft lips and palates. I'm going to try to get involved with that in the Philippines. Um, One thing I've experienced is that in my niece was born with a cleft, and I helped her get the surgery. My godson also was born with a cleft, and we got him a surgery, and partnered with Smile Train. And one of the barriers is that while the surgery and the hospitalization is free, the ability of the family to come into the city and stay at the hospital for a few days, it is a barrier for most families. They just can't afford that. One, maybe they can't even afford the transportation to get into the capital city. Then they need a place to stay. Then they need food. And so I'm going to try to work on that and try to figure out if I can't partner with the hospital in Tagbilaran that's providing the free surgeries to maybe be able to help them out and give the family, the parents, or what they call the watcher. In the hospitals in the Philippines, there's always a watcher in the room with the patient. So we can provide them with food and maybe a place to stay, take a shower or whatnot, and anyway, so that's something I'm going to work on when I get there and look into that and see if I can help out and do my good deed for the day. I was a Boy Scout, believe it or not. The other thing is, we plan on building a pool on our property. And I maybe when that's done, I'm considering teaching swimming lessons. That's something that they don't really have on the island that I know of for the local kids. I think here in the States, we grow up and we all remember going taking our swimming lessons at the public pools or the school pools, and that's something that is just not available in the Philippines. I don't think they have a public pool there. They got the ocean, and a lot of kids don't know how to swim. They learn to swim in the Philippines, so in the ocean. So that's something I was thinking about maybe getting involved in. And finally, the last thing that I know that I want to do to keep is I want to read. I used to love reading history, particularly nonfictions, and over the years, you just kind of get so tired, you get so busy, you never have time for it. With COVID hit and things kind of shut down, I kind of started getting back into it and kind of realized how much I enjoyed it and how much I missed it. So I bought a lot of books. I just don't see myself reading on Kindle or anything like that. So I've bought probably 100 books and I've sent most of them to the Philippines, and they'll be waiting for me when I get there. And I plan on doing some reading. So that, in a nutshell, is what I plan on doing initially. This is going to be one of the videos where I'm going to have to come back and visit it and see what actually happens and what didn't happen and maybe understand why it didn't. But this is what I plan on doing when I get to the Philippines. If you got any questions, drop them down below in the comments. And please like and share and subscribe if you'd like. All right. Thanks, guys.